Fresh versus frozen embryos. Which is better for surrogacy? When it comes to surrogacy, one of the biggest questions intended parents ask is, should we use fresh or frozen embryos? Which option leads to better success rates? Today, we're breaking down the science, success rates, and key factors to help you make the best decision for your surrogacy journey. At GSSurro, we work with top fertility specialists to ensure every intended parent has the highest chance of success. And one of the most important decisions in the process is choosing between fresh and frozen embryos. Let's take a closer look at the differences and what you need to know. First, let's define what we mean by fresh versus frozen embryos. Fresh embryos are created and transferred immediately after fertilization, typically within 3 to 5 days. Frozen embryos are created, cryopreserved, and stored for future use. When needed, they are thawed and transferred to the surrogate's uterus. Both methods have high success rates, but there are key differences that could impact your journey. Many intended parents assume fresh embryos have a higher success rate, but research tells a different story. Studies show that frozen embryo transfers have equal or even slightly higher success rates than fresh transfers. According to the American Society for Reproductive Medicine, frozen embryos have an implantation success rate of 60 to 75%, depending on factors such as embryo quality and the surrogate's health. Fresh embryos often have a slightly lower success rate because the intended mother's or egg donor's hormone levels might not be ideal at the time of retrieval and transfer. At GSSurro, we work with leading fertility clinics that use the most advanced embryo freezing technology, ensuring that frozen embryo survival rates far exceed industry averages. This technology has drastically improved outcomes, making frozen embryos a highly reliable option. Another major factor to consider is timing and flexibility. With fresh embryos, the surrogate's cycle must be synchronized with the intended mother's or donor's egg retrieval. This requires precise hormonal preparation and strict scheduling. With frozen embryos, the transfer can be done at the optimal time for the surrogate, without needing to match cycles. This added flexibility helps minimize delays and ensures the best possible environment for implantation. One of the biggest advantages of frozen embryos is that they allow for comprehensive genetic screening through pre-implantation genetic testing. With frozen embryos, intended parents can screen for chromosomal abnormalities, genetic disorders, and overall embryo quality before transfer, ensuring that the healthiest embryo is chosen. With fresh embryos, there is less time for thorough testing, which may increase the risk of failed implantation or complications. Another common question is cost. Fresh embryo transfers tend to be more expensive because they require immediate medical coordination, medications, and synchronization between the surrogate and the egg provider. Frozen embryo transfers are often more cost-effective in the long run because the embryos are already created and stored, eliminating the need for fresh cycle coordination. Additionally, intended parents can attempt multiple transfers without undergoing another egg retrieval cycle. At GSSurro, we help intended parents navigate these financial considerations and find the most cost-efficient and effective solution for their journey. So, what's the final answer, fresh or frozen? If you prioritize flexibility, genetic testing, and higher success rates, frozen embryos are an excellent choice. If you have a perfectly timed fresh cycle and prefer immediate transfer, fresh embryos might work for you. At GSSurro, we work with the best fertility specialists to create a personalized plan for your surrogacy journey. Every case is unique, and we're here to guide you every step of the way. If you have any questions about embryo transfers, drop them in the comments. We'd love to answer them in a future video. If you're considering surrogacy, your journey starts with the right team. Contact GSSurro today for a free consultation and let us help you bring your dream of parenthood to life.